the majority of the cost were lying in the workflows. I remember there was like business excellence departments, people mapping out processes so we could sort of try and find opportunities, and this here is unideal and that is unideal and so on. Like small tweaks here and there in the end led to millions of dollars in cash release, but like we are completely redefining that one right now.
You led digital transformation in one of the biggest companies in the world, like manufacturer Saint-Gobain or B2B distributor under the Airbus Group. How do you see digital transformation changing over the last 2 years? What is changing in how people approach it?
I think the interesting part is that sort of in the past, until this new wave of software powered by artificial intelligence, you can say we were sort of stuck in this land of digitizing at the edges. It was impossible to sort of go into the core where processes were mainly driven by humans. Because per definition, those workflows or those processes, they were super unstructured, inherently unstructured. And you could say software naturally had a limit in that area. And that's why now they are talking about sort of the value capture you can get from this new wave of software is completely redefining what we have seen before. Because suddenly, like large parts of these enterprises that I was a part of, right? The majority of the cost were lying in the workflows. I remember there was like business excellence departments, people mapping out processes so we could sort of try and find opportunities, and this here is unideal and that is unideal and so on. Like small tweaks here and there in the end led to millions of dollars in cash release, but like we are completely redefining that one right now.
I can definitely see that in the market where the conversation shifts from incremental changes to how we can approach the changes at 10x rate. Mm-hmm. Instead of looking for the small pockets of opportunities here and there, the companies are redefining how we can introduce technology to make people 10x more productive. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To maybe put it a bit into perspective and provide some exampling to the audience, we work in the commercial excellence space, in the B2B commerce space. How would you see the change happening there?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? That's probably one of the areas where a lot of technology actually has been introduced in the last 20-25 years, right? Call center technology, CRMs, ticketing systems, a lot of this stuff. Mm-hmm. But when it came to sort of like some of the more transactional systems, right? We were all and are still and will be for many years very dependent on our ERPs. And a lot of like complexity and switching between systems and so on. And that is because you have that sort of nature. This is also where there is some of the largest opportunities. Because now suddenly, as we talked about before, it's like when you have this software where you can move, some of that decision making from the people to the software, you are capturing a lot of time, a lot of value, also a lot of opportunities to redefine how you're actually approaching things, how you're literally doing it today.
Yeah. So another example, everybody knows EDI. The whole notion of those multiple decades, actually, this technology comes back to 1970s, was incremental customer by customer onboarding, providing that additional 1-3% of efficiency gains every year.
Yeah.
Or you take e-commerce space that takes half a decade to reach some distant level of revenue coming through the platform.
I think it should be more precise, right? Say it as it is, right? The most successful e-commerce projects end at somewhere between 15 to maybe 30-35% if you're good. If your industry is like a perfect fit for e-commerce adoption, yes, you can reach 50-60%, but where is the rest, right? That's the whole point. That's coming back to what we talked about before.